Hi everyone. What is on my table? Oh, what am I working on? Um, I yesterday I was working on also this one, but I was also working on books. As you can see, I had this fabric. And I had a lot of it because I was thinking of a dress or some pants and everything. And I bought this fabric 4 or 5 years ago. I never made it. Also because it ended up feeling like plastic or something rain trousers, something like that. And I didn't want to wear that. So I thought it was perfect to cover up my book covers here. So I have a ton of book covers. I think there's around 20 in total. Let me show you. So when I work with book covers, I'm sorry I can move this more. I can, but it's just this one is still hot. I have taken it out and shut it up, but yeah, shut it off. So, first, when I work with the book covers, when I go from the second hand and we throw in the bin what is trash and then what I can recycle, we take home and everything. So what I do first of all is I take all the pages out of the book covers that I know I can use. And then I save all the book covers in the shed, but because it's winter time, it's not really because there's no heat on, and we are in Denmark. The weather is sometimes cold, sometimes wet, sometimes so I can't storage them very for a very long time up there because then it will go moldy and I need to throw them out. So that does not work. So I need to work with them very fast. I have around 20 plus pieces. I have more in the shed still that I need to work. I also have a couple that is not glued finished and stuff. But what I do first is I cover them with this fabric. I have no more of this fabric left, so I need to find something else, a big piece that I'm not going to make stockings out of, but I'm going to do something else with. Yes, so cover them. I cover all of them. Then the next step is to find laces. I just keep them open like this, and then I found laces that fits. I think this one I just received from Nola, and it turned out I could use it on many of my books. So thank you, Nola, so very much. It's so decorative, and it's the right thickness. It's the right I don't know, color and everything. So, and the decoration on it, on the lace, is amazing because the small flowers, big flowers, there is some holes, big holes, small holes. So there's a lot going on, so I don't need to over decorate them. Then I made at some point, I sat and one evening and just stamped on all my cotton fabric that I had in strips where there's saying just a note. And then the day after, I made some clusters with all my scraps. So I took all my scraps out on the table and I just sat and I made, I think there was 51 just a note. So I still have some of these leftover that I haven't made into clusters, but yeah. When I reached 50, I thought that was enough. I could do something else afterwards. Okay, so first the fabric, then the lace. As you can see, I put different kind of laces on top. I haven't finished them inside. I will show, not show you, but I will tell you what I'm doing. So I knew I wanted something that's covering a bit more, because this one is more simple, but then when you look at like this, it becomes very romantic and everything. So just a note, and I have put on these two, it's not glued on because I want to have more lace on, as you can see. Here this rose trim is not covering all the way to the edges, and this one I wanted it to give more, so I need to find the lace. I have ton, but I need to find the lace that can cover this part. Maybe a waffle, I think. Then I had this one. I think it's too simple, because when I do like this, it turns out boring, actually. So I didn't glue, I only glued the center. So here there is possibility to put a lace more or two laces on. Let's see what's happening. So these ones are not put on, but when I look at them here, I just look through all my snippets, clusters, and see which one is matching the lace that is on it. I put this aside, but as you can see here, these ones still needs a lot of work. So yesterday I sat with Crea has these rolls of drawing paper, a big roll, big thick one. I sat and I cut them into pieces that is fitting inside here, because I cannot get more of the paper that I used to use on this. And I want to use copy paper that is tea dyed, but because of the cold here, I have no room for drying the tea dyed paper. So I will wait for it to be summer, and then I can dry them outside and make it outside. Because if I'm using the electricity inside for the oven, that makes no sense at all. So I did do that for one book, and it took hours to make the pages for the book. So I'm not going that way. I am going the more economy way, I think, to just dry it outside, let nature help me and stuff. So I did find this paper, and it gives a lot of pages. There could be more pages inside, as you can see, but no worry about that. At this stage, I need to make the inside, and what I use is I use the velvet. When you cut it, it's like fibers everywhere. So you need to dust off everything afterwards, and you need to vacuum and everything. So it's terrible to work with, but it makes an amazing result. So because this one is already sold, but and this is one of my favorite ones. So what I need to do now on these ones is I need to cut out the fabric that's going inside, and I need to, there's a right way and a wrong way to put the fabric when it's velvet. And then afterwards I'm just making chain with dangles, and I'm just gonna put it on with a ribbon or yarn or something like that, and then I'm just lining the papers in. So because that's the easy way. That's the most simple and easy way, but it just makes a lot of difference when you put some bling on the edge. So I use a lot of pearls on this. So I have metal pieces here. I set and made some charms again. I'm always using a lot. As you can see on a book like this, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 dangles. So I need to make a lot. So for 5 books you need 100 dangles. So because I really wanted to have, like, this one could have been on the bottom, but when you put it in a bookcase, you have to be careful that your dangle is not too far down, except if it's gonna be a decoration in itself. I don't know, but I like to put the bigger ones up here or in the center. But I really don't want this piece to be too wide, you know. I don't want it to stop the dangle up here. I mean, yes. So, and it's just notebooks. These ones are the pages that I normally use. They are thick, but they are amazing to work. So now I have this one, but I used up the whole roll that I had. We have only half a roll, I think, or something like that. It took hours to make these pages, but it is worth it. But I need to put up the prices a bit. This one is only $8, too low, too much work, so I need to put up the prices a bit. So these ones, I need to make the dangles. I need to cover the inside, cut the piece of fabric so it fits this book. All the books is a bit different. Sometimes the spine is longer, wider, and sometimes the pages, as you can see here, the front covers is a bit longer, so it needs to fit. And sometimes I have cut the fabric inside too small, so I need to make this one longer. So it is one book at a time job. Very difficult. So, and then I can't cut it with a scissor, because if it gets not straight, it will look wonky and unfinished, and then I need to put a trim around it, and then I have to make sure that that trim will not break or get off or something like that. So I want it to be completely straight and just glue to the edges of it, and then that's it. So I have this ruler cutter and a placemat. Yes. What else? So that is what I'm working on. But right now I'm in a standstill because of the pages. No more paper. Good. Then we have, like, then I needed to work on something else. So I did have a lot of volume paper. I think it's volume. It's like see-through, transparent paper. And I didn't know what to use it for. And I bought like a D-stash of papers, and she had a ton of green, pink, yellow, blue, and so I'm gonna make these flowers. I made them for a package that I'm sending, and I actually really like this one. This is a Marianne design die of actually Christmas flowers. They are called something, I can't recall. I can put it in the link down below in the description box. Not a link, but in the description box of what it is. So I'm working on these, and then I have cut out these ones, there's two sizes. There's a smaller and a bigger, and I'm just gonna, these ones I am, instead of bending them, I am gonna, on my placemat where I curve the petals of paper flowers, I am just gonna take like a pen here, and I want it not to make any, so let's see if I can do something here. I'm just gonna make lines, and then it will curl up. So I'm just gonna make straight lines, and then I'm gonna turn them around and just swirl in the middle, and they will rise and be bent like this. So that's it. I'm gonna do with these ones. I can also put a link to the die of this. Yes, that is a lot. So that's what's on my table for the moment, that I need to be finished with. When I'm finished with all the books, hopefully very soon, I will start working on wedding items again. I love doing that. So this is actually a kind of a cleanup in projects, so I need to finish these to get to the next level, you know. I also made some of these clusters. Yeah, I just bought a glass, like something like this, where a jar where there was the petals from the flowers. It was actually Prima flowers mixture, and I just put it together and cut out some flowers and stamens, but it does not sell, never does. Paper flowers does not, Prima is never selling here in Denmark, or else you need to sell them extremely cheap, you know. So yeah, I want to say thank you everyone for watching. I hope you got inspired in some way. The process of a book is very simple, but it takes time, and it definitely takes a lot of time when you do a lot in one go. So yeah, I don't have more to say. Keep safe everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye.